What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another video. Today we are going to do just sort of like a nitty-gritty numbers video, and we're going to talk about why I think you should be selling on eBay in 2018. No intro, we're just going to jump right into this. It's no surprise, it's no shocker, it's no, like everyone knows that eBay has been around since, I think 1995, if I'm not mistaken, and it has been pretty much like the longest running e-commerce website out there. Others have come along. You know, Amazon has risen to take sort of the #1 spot as far as gross income and probably most users. But eBay has trucked along and done not too shabby for itself. There's a lot of apps that are rising through the ranks that are coming along and kind of stealing away some of the sellers on eBay. I think I've talked to a lot of people, and I've noticed a lot of my followers on Instagram have switched from selling on eBay to Mercari or Poshmark or even like Let Go or Facebook Marketplace, because those platforms are a little bit easier in their own right. But eBay should not be discounted as something that is past or no longer any good, because that's simply not the case. We're going to run over some numbers. We're going to talk about this real quick. Let me shrink my video here and I will show you some stuff. Okay, so first, really quick, on the right, this is the projection spreadsheet that I've been using. You guys know that I'm doing a $100,000 challenge in 2018. I'm basically taking $5, starting from $5 and trying to build up to $100,000 of profit by the end of 2018. I'm going to leave this spreadsheet up, so if you guys want to like pause the screen or even screenshot this and like crop the photo or whatever, that way you can kind of have this spreadsheet for yourself. In a nutshell, you take $5 the first week, you buy something, you flip it and sell it for at least 2.75 times what you purchased it for. So in this case, it would be a minimum of $13. If you do it for 2.75 times, you'll end up with $11.25 as your gross profit. That's after fees are taken out and all that. Then you have 60. You take 60% right there, $6.75. And the next week you buy something for $6.75, or you buy 2 items for $3.35 a piece. And then you do the same thing, 2.75 times or greater of that initial investment capital amount. And you just keep doing that every single week, and you have to do it every week, every week, every week. Eventually you'll get to the point where, you have $100. Like my wife and I are down here at the $135 per week range that we're spending. And you can buy like literally 50 items or 60 items and flip them. So the first column is your capital, how much you'll spend that week. The second column is check marks, so I can check off that I've accomplished that week. Revenue, basically what you're going to bring in as a gross profit, which is going to be after your fees are taken out by Mercari and eBay and whoever else you use. 60% reinvest to buy new product, 40% net profit, which is what you're going to take home and keep, and then end of week gross profit cumulative. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just adding up, that week plus everything else, so that I can see sort of what my goal is for the end of that week. In this case, so for this coming Saturday, which is June 16th, 2018, my end of week cumulative, everything sold combined after fees and shipping, is $840. I'm already at $950, so I already checked that box. It's only Tuesday, and so we're going to be definitely crushing that goal. And then the next week, we have to make $339. So it starts out pretty slow, and then it gets really fast, and you have to keep up on your listing. You have to list 10 to 15 items per day. You want to get stuff pumped out. You want to have solid prices. You're going to be responding to every single person that is asking questions about the products. So that's sort of the gist of that. I have other videos to talk about this, so you can kind of like check out my playlist here on the YouTube to see what that's all about. Basically, starting off with $5. I started April 1st, and I will finish out the year with a minimum of $100,000 in net profit. I will hit the $100,000 in net profit, I think by the end of October. I think October 27th. Let's see. Yeah, 104,497. Anyway, so let's jump into the eBay stuff. Like I said, I'm going to leave this stuff up so you guys can kind of see what the spreadsheet says and like pause, screenshot that, whatever. Is eBay relevant? Is it still a good plan to sell on eBay in 2018? My simple answer is yes. My expounded answer is yes, but you should probably also be selling on other platforms as well, because I think that eBay has lost a little bit of traction with its buyers as well as its sellers, which is good for us, but it's lost traction with some of its buyers because these people are going over to other apps like Poshmark, where they can get good quality, fashionable clothes, or Mercari, where, you know, it's huge for sneakers, or like, was it Sneaker X? Which is they guarantee that like the shoes are dead stock and that they're authentic and you don't have to worry about being scammed. And so there's all these little, like, I guess like little shop apps that are opening up that are kind of taking some of the buyers away from eBay. Now, eBay is such a household name. You know, Poshmark, Mercari, Sneaker X, those are not household names yet. And so this sort of gives eBay a solid a solid leg to stand on. How many people actively use eBay worldwide? It's 171 million buyers. And so roughly half of the United States population, if you were to look at it as in terms of numbers, would be considered buyers. Now, this is not just United States, this is worldwide, but 171 million buyers. That was updated on 4/25/18, so that's very recent. This is a newer statistic. How many people sell on eBay? That would be me and you. 25 million sellers. So we have our work cut out for us. These are not all top dogs. These are not all heavy hitters. Some of them are making, you know, 50, 60, 80 grand a month or more. But they're not all like big time sellers. Some people just throw up whatever they have in their house just to make a few bucks. eBay gross, what did this stand for? Gross market value. Basically, how much was sold completely as a gross in 2017? $88.4 billion. That's what sellers like me and you sold on eBay in 2017, 88.4 billion. How much, here it is, gross merchandise volume. How much sold in 2015? 82 billion. So we're up 6.4 billion since 2015. Now, the number of sellers has also risen, but you can see that a lot of stuff is still being sold here. There's billions and billions, almost 100 billion. Okay, it's getting really close to that number. From 2015 until 2017, we've seen the number rise. So eBay is not dying, it's not receding, it's actually pushing forward and selling more than it did in 2015, which was more than it sold prior to that. Amazon is growing, Shopify is exploding, all these things are growing, but the products are still being sold on eBay. eBay is not dead, eBay is not obsolete, it's still moving forward. eBay revenue, okay, for 2017. So how much did eBay as a company take in commissions and payments from its sellers? Well, you see, there was $88.4 billion of stuff sold. eBay took home, I think it's like exactly 10.7%. eBay took home. I might be a little bit off on that percentage, but it's like just over 10%. Which makes sense because they charge 10% to sellers who maintain good standing, okay? You have a free account, you sell something, they take 10%. You sell a $10 item, they take $1, no problem. You make $9, you're good. Next stat here, percentage of eBay revenue that comes from outside of the United States. This was shocking to me. 58% of eBay revenue comes from outside of the United States. I would never have thought that. And that's as of September 2017. 58%, almost 60%. Well over. I would say this is considered well over half of the revenue that comes into eBay comes from outside the US. You know what this tells me? I need to start selling international. I need to start selling and shipping international. I don't do international shipping. I don't want to charge the extra price for shipping. I don't want to have that hassle. But look, I'm essentially missing out on 6 out of 10 sales. I'm only making 4 sales when I could be making 10 sales if I shipped outside of the United States as well. That blew my mind. It's definitely still relevant. Number of eBay sellers in the US, 6.7 million sellers. Look at how many sellers there are total, 25 million. The US only has a quarter of that, only a quarter of it. How in the world? I never would have thought, I literally thought that all the sellers were in the United States, or like the majority. I thought at least 19 or 20 million sellers in the US. Nah, 6.7, that's it. There's more sellers outside of the United States and apparently more buyers because 58% is coming from outside of the United States. Shocking. Percentage of items sold on eBay that are new items, 81%. So people prefer to buy new items on eBay. Who would have thought? There's so many different platforms to sell. I think you need to grab 2 or 3 of them, hone in on them, and sell. Now, why do I say 2 or 3 platforms? Because until you get a feel for what sells where, you need to kind of like test the water. So I cross-post things. I'll post everything on eBay, but then I'll take like sneakers, and I will take athletic shirts, and I will take, I don't know, what else? Like toys, right? Legos and that sort of thing, and put them on Mercari. So they're on eBay and Mercari, and I see which one sells better or faster or for more expensive, or, you know, maybe on Mercari, because people go on Mercari because they want cheaper prices, they'll offer me less than what I'm selling it for. And on eBay, it'll sell at the price I'm asking. So kind of like split testing, kind of seeing what works best. eBay is absolutely still a viable option. It is a great option if you want to get your feet wet with e-commerce, reselling. There's more work put into it, right? So you can do like Shopify drop shipping, where you build the store and then you link products to the store, people buy it, and then they go directly from China to the people, and they skip you altogether. And that's cool. That's passive income, and that's great. But you may not have the money to start up a Shopify store, or the knowledge, or maybe you can't buy that $500 course. This is a way right here to jump into it fast, start getting sales, making money. Yes, there's legwork. Yes, you're not jumping right into the passive income thing. That'll come later. Build up some wealth with eBay. Take 6 months to do this. As Gary Vee would say, work your face off, grind and hustle for 6 months. And then whenever you've built that income stream, you've built the infrastructure, then take a portion of that, go do FBA, go do Shopify, drop shipping, do all these things, build a passive income. This is a great first step. You can start with $5, start selling stuff. Like literal, walk around your house. Guarantee you this, every single person that listens to this can walk throughout their house and find $500 worth of stuff that you don't use at home and flip it on eBay within a month or so. You can see right here that in the last 30 days, I've made $582 selling junk. Literal, like nothing brand new, no exciting things, like toys and books and a used backpack and shoes that I bought on discount, and like thrift store stuff and garage sale stuff. Follow me on Instagram right here, right somewhere on this video. Follow me on Instagram. I share what I'm buying, when I'm buying it, what it's selling for, and then when stuff sells, I show you exactly what I sell it for, the shipping that I use. I share everything. Go follow me on Instagram. If you haven't already, if you enjoyed this video, if this helped you, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me if you're already in eBay, if you're interested in getting in, what kind of videos you might need to help you. I'm getting into this full force. I'm going like literal pedal to the metal. I'm really gunning for a 6-figure from just eBay, not including like my photography business, not including, the little side hustles and cryptocurrency and stocks and all that stuff that I've got. Like, not that, just eBay. Like, let's just do eBay and Mercari and make 100 grand this year. Profit. Like, not revenue, not what these guys show you. Like, my Amazon seller account, I made 80 grand this month. Yeah, you made 80 grand, but you're only taking home 500 bucks. Like, screw that. Let's make real money. Let's make real profit this year. Get into it. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Let me know what helped you or what you need help with. I'm here for you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Keep selling. Never stop.